Hello. Knowing and believing are different things. When Carl Jung, the psychologist, was asked if he believed in the existence of God, he replied, "Why believe? I know that God exists." Knowing happens to human consciousness in three different ways. Knowing by experience, called sensory knowledge. For example, sugar is sweet. Knowing by reason, called intellectual knowledge. For example, 7 is a prime number. Knowing by intuition, called intuitional knowledge. For example, I exist. Maybe these are what are meant by pratyaksha gnana, paroksha gnana, and aparoksha gnana. Please remember that only inferential knowledge can be communicated from one person to other. We always commit the mistake of trying to communicate sensory knowledge and intuitional knowledge to others, which is impossible. If somebody says, that they know something, we have every right to ask. In fact, we have a duty to ask, how do they know that thing? By inference, by sensory experience, or by intuition. When we know that something is there, the question of believing in it does not arise. But when we do not know whether something is true or not, the question of believing in it or not believing in it arises. Every belief should have some basis, some reasons or faith. Else, it will be called blind belief, which is very dangerous. Also, belief and faith have degrees. We can speak of strong faith, weak faith, strong belief, weak belief, so on. There is a story where a young boy goes to a temple for praying for rain, carrying with him an umbrella. That shows his faith, strength of his faith. Surprise means you believe in something wrong, very strongly, and that turns out to be not true. Interestingly, world is running on beliefs and faiths, though we are not aware of it. We do not know, but we only believe that Newton's law of gravitation will not fail tomorrow. We do not know, but we only believe that any two humans are perceiving the same object the same way. Most of us do not know, but we only believe that there is an all conscious entity called God who created and is maintaining order in this universe. It is in this belief that all religions of the world are born. Actually, it is impossible to live even one moment without faith and belief. If we don't have faith in the roof of our house, you cannot stay for a moment in that house. But at the same time, we mentioned that the belief should not be blind. So I think striking balance between what to believe and what not to believe is what is really called wisdom. Some not blind belief system is vital for a human being to live in peace and harmony. Maybe that is why the Constitution of India mentioned freedom of belief even in the preamble, besides protecting it as a fundamental right. Maybe that is why Voltaire said that if God did not exist, it is necessary to invent one. Greatest damage is done to an individual if we tamper with their belief system, however primitive the beliefs are. If we want to help someone whom we think to be fixed in blind belief, we should try to help them with reason rather than bombarding them with rhetoric and abuse. That would do more harm than good. There is a whole neurochemistry of faith. Remember placebo and nocebo? Thank you.